That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Up in time. And the first half is now in the books. The Rockets on top. They lead by 8. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. All right, now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Nice game. Great performance by Nikola Vucevic.
Just a dominating performance in the post by him so far. Just tearing them to shreds when he gets it inside.
Yeah, and getting it to him is the only hard part, fellas. I mean, once he has it, he's automatic. Forget about it. He can do work down there.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Nice game. Great performance by Nikola Vucevic.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Motiejunas and Howard, the post pair. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
The Rockets shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Well, the Magic knew that last season would be one, Greg, for development. A young team like they had needs to grow before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. 3rd youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just over 24 years old?
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Back to Payton. Fournier for 3. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And you talk about that low age number for the Magic. You mentioned it a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. It was as good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
Here's Ariza. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
Tipped away. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Vucevic has got 15 points. Harden with it. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Here's Motiejunas. No good. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And the Magic, while their youth did grow over the course of the season, they still struggle. And they do need a veteran presence to kind of ensure that they don't start developing that culture of losing in the franchise.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly. And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Howard. No good. And Orlando the other way now. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
Orlando shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And it's Beverly missing.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
For Orlando, they have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night. And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And a switcher also for Orlando. Fry's checked in. And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones was out. They missed those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt him inside. But also, remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed.
Pass to Fournier. Three-pointer. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Fournier's got 6 in the quarter.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
The Rockets again can't hit. The Magic trail by 6. And Fry kicks to Vucevic. The second chance effort. And Jones sends it back. McDaniels passes to Terry. Capella dishes to Terry. And it's off from three-point range. The Magic have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Shoots from 12. And it's Capella missing.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
And Fournier kicks to Fry. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Terry against Payton.
Magic foul.
For Houston, they have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
That's his first personal foul.
And that one falls for Jones. And the Magic making a change here.
Terrence Jones.
And so Jones nails both of them. To the paint. Here's Fry. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Fry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Rockets lead by 1. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Oladipo and Harris are the wings. Channing Frye out there with Jason Smith. And it's Napier in at the 1. Ariza with the bucket.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And he gets it to go.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
And Fry slams it in.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Ariza goes in.
And the Magic struggled last season, still waiting on one of their young stars to just take that next step.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
Orlando's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Harden, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Napier, defended by Beverly. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
The Magic making a switch here. Hezonja's checked in. Here's Napier, defended by Beverly. 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by Howard. Here's Harden. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Goes up. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
They sure did, Greg. And I like the fact they never put their chin in their chest when they were down early. I mean, they were down big early. They were composed, and they never got desperate and stayed within themselves. Very impressive.
Here's Napier, defended by Beverly. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Smith.
Jason Smith.
Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 3 assists now in this one. Howard, the pass to Harden. Back to Howard. Ball's knocked loose. It's taken away by Smith. Ahead. Here's Hezonja. And Oladipo, here we go. And there's the call on Howard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
1:31 left to play here in the fourth. Smith dishes to Oladipo. But they'll get another chance. Fry passes to Hezonja. In the corner, Napier with it. And Oladipo kicks to Napier. Over to the wing. And here's Fry for 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists. Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Jason Smith. Aaron Gordon comes in for Channing Frye. Harris is checked in for Hezonja. And Fournier subbed in for Oladipo. Moniunas dishes to Howard. And some nice passing there by Houston. Another miss by Houston. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 17-5 run here. Harris passes to Napier. "20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Vucevic missing.
I think it's safe to say this baby's over.
Yeah, that's fairly obvious. I'd say that's a really good assumption on your part.
And he dunks it down.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
7 seconds left in the game. From deep, Harden. Offline. And so it's Orlando winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point.